There is no overusing of this joke in Ba Sing Sei.
This is video
7
of a video series ranking and reviewing every season of Avatar. There's a playlist that you should check out for the rest of the videos, as some jokes might carry over from previous videos. And of course, this is a good time to remind you to subscribe. So do it. This is both critique and my opinion, but I urge you to comment if you want to. I read everything.
We've arrived. The best part of The Last Airbender, and also the part where people realize what spot number 1 is and are absolutely about to run down my door and submerge my neighborhood in fire until I say otherwise. And also the part where I just scream about how good the thing I'm talking about is. I've said it once and I'll say it again. This is both my opinion and not meant to offend anyone. Don't take it as an attack. I simply have better tastes than you, and that's it. Where to start? What about naming the sub-power episodes? The Cave of Two Lovers. That's right, baby! If this season has anything going for it, let it be how consistent it is. But that's not all. It's consistently good. It begins the development of Zuko, it goes in depth into Sokka's character, Katara is firm but not an asshole, Iroh breaks his ass a few times, Toph happens. There's quite a few things that really nail everything about narrative storytelling, character development, and other schmuck like that. Like, what about the comedy? I feel like I have barely touched on this comedy aspect throughout this marathon. There's great comedic techniques like, and then the opposite happens. Wow, that was raw tough. The cactus juice. Iroh being wise enough to turn a mugging into a lesson. As well as sound effects. Seriously tough, you are murdering them. Cabbages and other things. Most of the great jokes of this show fit in this season thanks to the extra time they get, since they don't need to give exposition and progress to the plot. Heck, even sometimes characters make decisions based on jokes, which flows really well into the whole Avatar universe. It's also thanks to this that we have a few episodes where we can get to see the characters doing a normal interaction or day. Also, there sure is attention to detail. Some things are plot relevance, like Aang finding a picture of the lion turtles in the library. Other things just serve as a nice little detail, as would be Toph cleaning her feet since she straight up looks with them. There's a lot of pretty cool details, but most of them are in just specific instances during Season 2. However, Season 2 showed a more laid-back attitude towards these details. Okay, now that I've analyzed something, let me just talk about my favorite episodes and do my thing. Zuko alone! It's amazing to see how the show plays with Zuko's unearned problems throughout. Sure, the Agnikai have a little bit of a team where Zuko's opponents always end up fucking him up one way or another, and that's pretty cool. This episode shows Zuko's mistakes in the past and in the present, including the Agnikai with his dad, which is why I mentioned all of that in the first place. This episode begins the main part of his character arc and gives us such insight into his past. Right off the bat, it shows us the empathy and his morals upon not stealing from a pregnant couple, which is a really powerful way to start the episode. Anyways, as the episode progresses, we get more flashbacks to Zuko's youth, his mother, and how his father was generally an asshat. Meanwhile, in the present, Zuko forms a real relationship with someone, shares his wisdom much like his uncle, and even protects the innocent, only to be met by rejection due to the actions of his father. It's rather tragic and gives us a lot of insight into why Zuko behaves the way he does. It may be one of the best episodes in the entirety of Avatar. The drill. This episode is amazing. Taking down a Fire Nation machine always seems like a big deal in the first 3 books, but in this case it feels like even better due to Azula's introduction. They straight up have not won against her in the entirety of Season 2, and seeing them strategize the way into victory is an absolute delight. The fight is absolutely amazing and unique, from beginning to end in several stages, ranging from getting into the machine, figuring out its functionality, and even fighting hand to hand against an opponent in scenarios with stuff like falling rocks. Plus, don't forget the absolute scope of the machine. It makes for a really great entrance into Ba Sing Sei. Tales of Ba Sing Sei Iroh. There's a few videos about this episode and stuff. It'd be a little silly of me not to at least bring up this segment. As one of the best segments in the entirety of Avatar, I don't need to say why you already know. The Crossroads of Destiny. They fucking killed Aang. It's nice to develop the relationships between the characters as well as the story. This episode hits that spot. We get to see Aang's sense of morality, Zuko's confusion, Azula's straightforward approach, Katara's sense of responsibility before she turned into an absolute piece of shit prick, and the bitch, Iroh's wisdom, and most importantly, Sokka's boomerang. For real though, the characters are capable of showcasing a range of situations thanks to how varied their thoughts and ideals can be. Season 2 makes this shine brightly, especially through this episode. Plus, it looks gorgeous to boot. It leaves a great cliffhanger for Season 3, which, as you know, Well, there's a whole entire video about why I don't like it. And I think through these episodes you can see why I love this season so much. It has it all and it doesn't make anything unpleasant. Couple that with absolutely amazing character writing along with a polished animation, amazing fights targeted at both a child and adult audience with great side plots and constant comedic gold. It's both the entire package and the best value package. I do think that the Ba Sing Sei episodes drag on a little though, hence why this is in number 1. And so, we reach number 1, which is so close to this one. You don't even know, and like I don't even think I can speak it, but you'll have to wait to the next one to see how I deal with explaining why number 1 is better than this one.